Non-stick pans and single-use plastics, including items like plastic cups, are everyday conveniences with hidden health costs. Recent research underscores the potential dangers associated with these materials, as chemicals used in their manufacture can leach into food, water, and the environment, accumulating in the human body over time. Studies from credible sources, including those found on PubMed, reveal that these chemicals, especially per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, phthalates, and bisphenol compounds, may contribute to significant health risks. The toxicity of PFAS in non-stick cookware. Per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances are synthetic chemicals used to provide the non-stick and heat-resistant properties of cookware. Although highly convenient, PFAS have become a growing health concern due to their persistence in the environment and human body. Studies have shown that PFAS, often referred to as forever chemicals due to their long-lasting nature, accumulate in the body over time and have been associated with adverse health outcomes. In a study published in Environmental Health Perspectives, researchers observed that PFAS exposure is linked to numerous health issues, including hormone disruption, liver damage, immune suppression, and even an increased risk of certain cancers, such as kidney and testicular cancer. The mechanism of PFAS toxicity involves their ability to interfere with cellular signaling and endocrine function. Additionally, a 2022 study found that PFAS can disrupt lipid and cholesterol metabolism, raising concerns about cardiovascular health. The process of heating non-stick pans can also release toxic PFAS gases into the air, which, when inhaled over time, could potentially exacerbate respiratory issues and have cumulative effects on overall toxicity in the body. Phthalates and bisphenols in plastic cups and food containers. Plastic cups and food containers commonly contain chemicals like phthalates and bisphenol A, BPA, which are used to increase the flexibility and durability of plastics. These chemicals, however, can migrate into food and beverages, especially when exposed to heat, acidic environments, or prolonged storage. Research from JAMA Network Open indicates that high levels of phthalates in the body are linked to increased risks of cardiovascular disease, obesity, and metabolic disorders. BPA and its common substitute, bisphenol S, BPS, are both endocrine disruptors. A 2021 review published in Environmental Research indicated that BPA can mimic estrogen in the body, potentially leading to reproductive issues, developmental delays in children, and an increased risk of hormone-related cancers. Despite the move toward BPA-free plastics, research shows that BPA alternatives like BPS and bisphenol F, BPF, have similar endocrine-disrupting effects and may even be more harmful than BPA itself, according to findings in Environmental Health Perspectives. Long-term exposure and accumulation in the human body. One of the major concerns with PFAS, phthalates, and bisphenols is their bioaccumulation potential. These chemicals resist degradation and accumulate in fatty tissues over time. A 2023 study in The Lancet Public Health highlighted that long-term exposure to PFAS can compromise immune function, making individuals more susceptible to infections and reducing the efficacy of vaccines. Additionally, chronic exposure to endocrine disruptors like phthalates and BPA has been linked to developmental issues in children and adverse reproductive outcomes, with some studies pointing to correlations between high BPA levels and infertility in women. Environmental impacts and indirect exposure. The environmental persistence of PFAS and plastic additives presents indirect health risks as well. These chemicals accumulate in soil and water sources, leading to potential exposure through drinking water and the food chain. A study published in Science of the Total Environment found that PFAS contamination is widespread in fish populations, potentially affecting human health via seafood consumption. Moreover, microplastics, tiny plastic fragments that result from the breakdown of larger plastics, are now prevalent in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat. Microplastics can carry adsorbed toxins, including PFAS and bisphenols, into the human body, where they may trigger inflammatory and oxidative stress responses, according to a 2023 study from Nature Reviews Endocrinology. Recommendations and alternatives for consumers. To minimize health risks, experts recommend a few practical steps. Use alternatives. Consider switching to stainless steel or cast iron cookware as safer, non-toxic alternatives to non-stick pans. Avoid heating plastics. Avoid microwaving or placing hot foods in plastic containers to reduce chemical leaching. Glass or stainless steel containers are recommended. Check product labels. Look for products labeled PFAS-free, or those that specify being free of phthalates and bisphenols. Recent research underscores the potential health risks associated with chemicals in non-stick cookware and plastic food containers. PFAS, phthalates, and bisphenols have been linked to a range of serious health issues, from hormonal disruption and immune suppression to cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Awareness of these risks and adopting alternatives can reduce exposure and promote better long-term health.